Sat Sri Akal, Bismillah Rahman Rahim, good evening everyone, and Ramadan Mubarak. It's a great honor to be here with you tonight. I feel like I'm among friends, and I know I am. I started my career here with all of you when Meadowvale Islamic Center was praying right here in what used to be Swagat Banquet Hall, now is Swagat, and we still continue, and I'm so honored that you continue to invite me to join you for all the special occasions, and tonight we celebrate Iftar dinner together. And so on behalf of my members of council, it just gives me great pleasure to join you here tonight. I want to say a few words about the two individuals who are organizing tonight. They are very special individuals, leaders in our community. Shehzad and I have met, I think almost maybe at least a decade now that we have come to know each other, and the great work that he does for not only Meadowvale Islamic Center, but so many other charities in our community as well, and has always helped on my campaign, so of course I'm always grateful to him. Mohammad, Latif, I've known not quite as long, but has also become a very good friend to me, and is also a leader in our community, most recently a candidate in the municipal election, and I hope that one day you will put your name forward again. We certainly need people of this man's caliber to be running in our elections to represent our community. There are so many people in the audience that I could acknowledge, but I won't or I'll get in trouble. But I did want to say thank you for Brian Crombie, my husband, for joining me tonight, and my great dear friend Mohammad, who is joining us here tonight as well. Thank you both for coming. You have opened your doors tonight to people of all faiths, all religions, all cultures, to break Iftar, to break the fast and share Iftar dinner with you. And this is so important for us to understand each other's cultures and traditions a little bit better, but we come together to celebrate those traditions because that's what we do here in Mississauga. And on that note, I want to recognize a few other people in the audience that have also bravely put their names forward on a ballot. I see in the audience Gagan Sikand, who is the Liberal candidate in Mississauga Streetsville, who will be fighting his race this fall as a federal member, hopes to replace me in my seat. So of course I wish him very much luck, and I wanted to see him follow in Mississauga Streetsville. Thank you, Gagan. And I see Farheen here. Farheen Khan is the NDP candidate. There she is, stand up in Mississauga Center. Also excellent quality candidate. We met most recently when you were at Interim House, I believe. You do a lot of work in our community. I know that Ikra Khalid is planning to join us. She's not here yet, but she is the candidate in Erin Mills, and we wish her well as well. And I see there is another politician in the room, Noka Daroub is here, who is our school trustee. Please say hello, Noka. And I would be remiss if I didn't recognize Louisa Maroney, who a long-term friend of mine. Louisa and I have known each other many years. None of my campaigns would have been possible without Louisa, but she's here tonight in a different capacity. Many of you know her as the executive assistant to Ward 9 Councillor Pat Sado. So please say hello. Representing the ward here tonight, I know your councillor's busy doing other things, and so Louisa is representing her councillor. I see some other candidates, and it's always important to recognize people who have the courage to put their name on a ballot. So I want Imran Mian to give a wave, please. Imran, there he is. Also a leader in our community. I see Sharif El-Sabawi. Sharif, again. I know that Aman Khan was going to join us. Is Aman here yet? He may come later. And Major Khalifa, who is here, who has his name on the ballot. Yes. And Iftar Malik is in the room as well, who had his name on the ballot most recently. Where is Iftar? Right in the back. Right in the back. Okay. So Ramadan is such an important time to come together to renew your faith, renew your commitment to your faith, and also practice zakat, which was not a new concept for any of us, because many of our religious traditions also have an element of charity. And the one in the Muslim faith, the Islamic faith, is zakat, and charity demonstrated by many of you each and every day. But I wanted to give you some examples of zakat that I have witnessed practiced by all the mosques across Mississauga, which really struck me as over and beyond and over and above what I had anticipated as acts of goodwill and acts of charity. So recently we know that a magnitude 7.8 earthquake struck near Kathmandu in Nepal, causing widespread devastation. And without hesitation, the congregation at Meadowville Islamic Center raised over $4,000 to help families in need. Is that not incredible that they would come to their aid? And when Typhoon Haiyan, one of the deadliest typhoons in history, hit the Philippines, touched down and killed 6,300 people, again, Meadowville Islamic Center came to their aid, raising thousands of dollars. But they not only raise money for families abroad, they also raise money here at home. You do so many acts of charity, but in particular, raising money for Trillium Health Partners. I think just last year, almost $12,000 as part of a contribution to Trillium Health of a $250,000 commitment on behalf of the Muslim community here in Mississauga, and this is truly significant. Jama Masjid, better known as Cooper's Mosque, also came together to raise over $10,000 for Nepal earthquake victims. You see the charity, see the theme, interfaith helping each other. And in June, ICNA Relief, of course we just heard from Dr. Humera, opened Miriam House, the organization's first ever shelter for women fleeing abusive relationships. Miriam House will be open to all women, but primarily seek to serve needs of the single Muslim women who find themselves in unsafe households, situations, and communities across the GTA. And then finally, last month, Mississaugans were all shocked and troubled by the news that a little Roman Catholic church, St. Catherine of Siena, on Queensway in Huron, Ontario, suffered a spate of vandalism. And without hesitation, Imam Slimi and Saida Khadija came together and raised $5,000 to help repair the statue that had been vandalized. So these are the kinds of acts of kindness, compassion, and generosity exemplified by our Muslim community here in Mississauga, and it makes me so proud of you to be your mayor, to lead such an exemplary community. So thank you for all you do for Mississauga. So tonight we learned that it's the 27th day of Ramadan, and since it's an odd-numbered night, I know Brother Shehzad has already told us, there are very few remaining days of Ramadan, and we're gathering to reflect on the importance and the solemnity of whether tonight is Laylatul Qadr. Did I say that right? Laylatul Qadr. And so we're reflecting on the many blessings and the mercy of Allah, which are so abundant, and how we can redeem our past mistakes, and how this is possible and can genuinely be achieved. So families are coming together at mosques throughout Mississauga during Ramadan. And we're so very fortunate that we all share Mississauga as a home, our truly world-class city. We have Brother Malik Saab has talked to you already a little bit about some of the changes we have made in Mississauga to move us forward. But primarily, I wanted to be extremely accessible mayor to you, so hence why we do return texts, we do return calls. I have two staff in the room tonight that you should all know. I know you know Rob Trewartha, who's not here with us tonight. He's actually has a family matter he's dealing with, but Ashley Bigda, who is my manager of stakeholder relations. Many of you received a call from Ashley, trying to confirm your attendance here tonight. I'm so proud of her. She joins me in the mayor's office for my Ward 5 office. And of course, Michael Genova, who is my director of communications, who some of you ask me, do I tweet? Well, yes, you know I do, but if it's not me, it's usually Michael. So we thank him for all he does and his very inspiring words that he writes on my behalf too. I'm very fortunate to have these two wonderful individuals, very compassionate people working for me. So very soon we will pray, and then we will come together and share Iftar dinner. And I'm so honored that so many of you would come together tonight so that we could share this together. I'm truly blessed, and I feel so very privileged to be here in the room with so many friends who have helped me in my career, achieve what I have achieved, and let me tell you that I could not have done it without you. I see at every table there are friends, so I better not start pointing people out, but I know in the room I'm very blessed to have great support and great friends, and I thank you. And thank you for allowing me to be here with you tonight. So Ramadan Mubarak and Shukriya. Thank you again.